by one more punker, Jennifer, who has wandered in here a little bit late, but nice to have you
Well,
on.
I brought Jennifer in, and she was sitting out in the green room saying, my mother will never see me.
And this, of course, is Joy Brown from WABC. Yes.
Something I'd like to clear up is, like, punk rock is, like, pretty much died out, you know, it's just hardcore now.
They all OD'd.
And, you know, I'm not a punk, I'm a skinhead. And there's, like, a real big difference between punks and skinheads. Well, skinheads there's, like, it seems to be more unity with skinheads, like, stick together a lot more.
They're bald.
That's one thing.
Okay, so you're a skinhead. You're not a skinhead, are you?
No way.
Well, what are you? Are you a punker?
I'm just me.
Just you. All right, fine. Okay, Joy, what is your analysis of all this?
Well, first of all, I think, as you said in the opening segment, that every group of kids, when they're not children anymore, need to say, we're different than our parents. I think that's part of growing up in this society. For some of us, it was mini skirts and the boys wore long hair. We wore no makeup. These kids have enough makeup to last a lifetime for those kids who are hippies. And I think that's the point. I asked the audience, how do you feel about these kids? They said, why do they have to dress that way? And I think one of you said it. It's because you can then recognize each other. You can say, see, we're all similar. We believe similar things. We can hang out together because that's part of adolescence, to feel like you belong. You're no longer a kid. You really don't want to be like your parents when you're in your mid to late teens and early 20s. These kids are basically, they're telling you they're not on drugs. Most of them are in school. A lot of them work. They like each other. So if they look a little
weird... Are they rebelling against anything?
Sure. What are you rebelling against?
Ugly clothing.
Ugly
Stop looking the way I'm dressed.
Well, they're rebelling. Look, if you have no power, and the people who have power dress and look a certain way, what you want to say is nanner, nanner, because you're not going to be part of that structure, at least for a while. And I think the obvious way of saying, look, I matter, I'm important, I'm an individual, is to dress and look differently, because otherwise you're playing on somebody else's court, and you lose the whole...
dressed up like this, that doesn't mean anything.
Attitude, it's in your head.
I mean, there's so many people that come in from suburbia, not to put suburbia down, but a lot of kids come in as soon as it gets warm enough to sleep in the city, and they dress up like this, and they don't last a week.
Can you be a punker and look like Kathy?
There's plenty of our friends.
Kathy is a
well, not dressed like Kathy, but I mean, if she just put on a pair of sneakers and like jeans and a t-shirt, she can hang out with us. We're not into this dress code deal.
Joy.
Yeah, Joy.
So there, nanner. Listen, you said the kids don't last a week. What is lasting mean and what is not lasting?
New York City's a hard place to make it.
When you don't,
what happens to them?
When you,
they get beat up, they get scared, they go home.
It's like hardcore is a lifestyle, man. It's something
it's not a costume, it's not a joke. We don't do this.
If you had to describe in a sentence what hardcore is, what would you tell me? Being honest.
Doing what you want to do.
What is being honest?
You can't just dress up and put on a costume, you know. What's his name? Phil Donahue kept saying it's a costume. It's not a costume. It's a way of life. It's the way we think. This is the way we act.
It's a way of identifying. I just think you can be honest without stepping on someone else's turf, don't you? Do you have to be violent to be honest?
Well, if somebody comes in, like...
What's stepping on someone else's turf?
When you say that people don't last for more than a week because they get beat up.
Because they can't. They're not smart enough to get a job. They got nowhere to live. Sleeping in the street in New York is not a safe thing to do.
No, it's not at all.
So they're giving punkers a bad name.
That's right.
So there.
Are you talking about being violent? Like at our shows, when we have hardcore shows, we don't have big bounces like doing stuff. We keep our own.
Thanks to Dr. J. Adlersberg.
And the fall season's newest romantic duo, Shelley Hack and Tom Mason.
And the great actress Talia Shire, of course, Rocky's wife. Joy, thank you very much. Jennifer, everybody here, thank you so much for coming by and being honest with us. And we hope you'll come back again, okay?
Anytime.
All right, big guy.